This is part 2 of my altered phone book project. Have the base of the cover done, and I'm going to add some embellishments. I just went through my stash and chose some pieces of lace to glue on there. I'm using this Fabrifix fabric glue. Okay, this stuff is awesome. It has about the consistency of a sinus infection, but it's really gooey, but oh my gosh, the stuff sticks great. I mean, you get your fabric stuck together and it's down for good. And it's waterproof. It's washable, which a lot of fabric glues are not. If you throw it in the washing machine, you know, it's gone. It's not dry cleanable, but who dry cleans anymore anyway? I don't know. I don't do it. Anyway, it works really great. I use it for just about everything. But if you use it, just be aware that it's really, really super sticky. You can get it at Hobby Lobby. I think maybe it's $6 or $7 for the bottle, and it's totally worth it. I've got the spine embellishments done. Now I'm going to do a little bit on the front and back covers. Again, just a piece of lace glued on there with the Fabrifix Snotty fabric glue. I think I kind of, I get a little obsessive over making sure everything's lined up just right and then wiping it off with a paper towel. Tried to edit most of that out, but okay, you're going to have to see some of it. I really like the way this is turning out. It's got kind of a vintage, I don't know, shabby chic look without just being covered in tons of, you know, little flowers and glitter and all of that stuff that you see a lot of nowadays. The scrapbooking papers with the matching doodads, which are fine. I mean, they're beautiful. I have nothing against them. Just, I would rather collect my own junk. This is a piece of scrap fabric that I have that I thought kind of matched because, you know, it's brown. And I'm just gluing it on there with more of the fabric glue. And this one piece goes inside the whole cover, spine, and everything. And as you can see, I didn't cover the fabric solid with the fabric glue. I just kind of put it in strips, and this stuff is so strong, it's good enough. What you really can't see are the stringies that are everywhere because of the consistency. Just make sure when you do the inside cover, whether it's fabric or paper, doesn't matter, make sure you get down into that crease in the spine really good on either side of the spine, because you want it to be smooth when you open and close the book. You want it to fold right. So use your bone folder and really glue that down in there good. I left the stringies on the ends of the fabric on either the top and the bottom because I like it. It kind of goes with the whole collagey, vintagey look. So I may trim them off just a little bit, but I'm not going to trim them completely because I like the stringies. Looking pretty good. This was, actually I spent a lot of time thinking how to attach the book to the cover. And then I decided I didn't want to attach it because, you know, it's a phone book. It's going to be some kind of a art journal or art book or something. I'm going to do a lot of messy work in it. I'm going to need to take it out of the cover to do that. And normally I do the inside of the book first and then the cover last. But on this particular one, I was inspired to do the cover first. So I decided if I just glued a couple of pieces of this really wide, stretchy lace on the front and back cover, I could just use that to slip the phone book in there and then slip it out when I'm working on it. And I really, really like that. I think it would be great to make covers just like this for other books. Like if you have a favorite paperback book, just use a book boards the right size and make these removable hardback covers for your paperback books. I'll put that on my list of things to do someday. Yeah, there's my love-hate thing with the Fabrifix. It sticks to everything, including your fingers. I have some vintage ephemera that I bought, I think, off of eBay. It's this little box full of all of these hotel records from the 1940s. It's got receipts and records of people's payments for their rooms. It's got all kinds of cool stuff in it. So I thought I might just stick some in the cover, and I'm not going to glue them down yet because I may change my mind about that. I'm going to put some decorative paper inside the covers of the phone book. And remember, I glued about 5 or 6 pages together, glued them to the cover just to make it more sturdy. So I've got a nice thick, sturdy cover, and I'm just using my regular Ultimate water-soluble super glue to put those papers in there. I could use Yes Paste if I wanted to, but I already had so much built up on those pages that I just decided to use the regular glue, and it worked fine. And I just chose 2 scrapbook papers for that. Look how fast I am. I know, it's amazing. And I edited out the 50 frames of me doing that. Yeah, smoothing. I didn't realize how obsessive I was about that until I recorded it and watched it. Now here's the best part about the whole thing. See, you can just slip the phone book into the cover, just like so, and then pull it out when I want to work on it with something messy. Loving it so far. Now I've got a couple of things I'm making for the inside of the book. I don't really have a plan for the inside, but I just found some things I wanted to make, so I'm going to make them, and then we'll see what happens. This is a little folded pocket thing that I saw on YouTube, watched a video for it. I don't know how to put the links up on the video, so I'll have to figure out how to do that. But if you Google something like or not Google, but do a YouTube search for I think she called it a photo pocket, mini photo folded pocket thing. Yeah, just search for that and something will come up. It's real easy though. This is, like I said, not my idea. I just did exactly what the girl did on her video, and it works great. You just need one 12 by 12 sheet of scrapbook paper, or any paper, any size, as long as it's square. And when you fold it up, and when it's done, you end up with this little folder with all of these little pockets and cubbies, and it's just so cute. It just makes me want to make tons of tags and stuff to stick in there. Maybe I'll do that. But it's really easy, as you can see. Nothing has to be measured. I really, really like things that don't have to be measured. And if you'll notice, during the whole book covering process, I didn't measure anything. I eyeballed it all. Look at all the little pockets. Yeah, that's just fun. So I got a couple of things to stick in the pockets. And this is just something that a little graphic I printed out, probably from the Graphics Fairy, I'm not really sure. But it was on regular printer paper and was kind of flimsy, so I stuck it to a scrap of chipboard, which I save compulsively anytime I get something, you know, you order from Amazon or anywhere really, it's going to have a piece of chipboard in it somewhere, and I just save them because you never know. And oh, here's one of our postcards from one of the earlier videos, and I decided I would use a colorful paper napkin to put on the inside. And I may actually use this in my junk mail journal instead of this book. But like I said, I had no plan for anything I was doing at this point. I was just making stuff. I'll figure out what to do with it later. That's how I roll. thinning out my Yes paste, sticking the napkin on there. And anytime I use those napkins, I don't worry about smoothing all the wrinkles out. It might be a little wrinkly, but I kind of like that. And then that just has to dry for a little while. Now I'm going to trim down the little roses that I stuck to the chipboard. And in the next video, I'll show you what I end up doing with that and with a couple other things that I made as well.